So Twyla has been married to Vaughn for 4 years, and they had some really interesting things to say about each other before the show. We're going to talk to Vaughn a little later, but first, welcome Twyla to the show.
Hello.
Girl, what is going on?
It is a mess, Karamo.
I see.
A mess. An absolute mess. He's just, the alcohol, everything's going on in our marriage, the alcohol, and I cheated because baby, we can't do nothing. If you out here drinking and you intoxicated and can't get it up, what we supposed to do?
So, how long y'all been married?
We've been married 4 years.
4 years? And when did the drinking start?
It always was there. It was a red flag from the beginning, but he told me he quit.
Okay. So this from the beginning that this has all been happening?
Right.
Okay. Did you catch him cheating?
I never technically caught him with another woman, no.
I hate when a relationship is revolved around, like, the lustful aspect of it, right? Like, it's only contingent on the sex. I really despise that. It's like, you should be with somebody for whatever reason you want, right? But I feel like the real reason why you should be with somebody is because you want to kind of, like, grow old together, or like if you want to be with someone, like in a commitment, not like some friend with benefit shit or like some quick fling or something. You're just vibing. Cool. Do you? But it's just like, if you're in a commitment with somebody, it should be on some all four corners thing. Like, some people just be so toxic, like, with their mindset. I don't, even if it's a woman or man thinking like this, it's like, Ooh. And if you don't be satisfied, there's no reason to cheat. Just solely because the sex is not good. But everywhere else is fine. It just don't make sense. It's like your man saying, I can't afford groceries this week, babe. Not $100, it's gonna be like $50. And then you just cheat because man over here got $150. Like, what? I don't know. Don't be with and keep being with somebody that just is open about disliking your performance or like cheating. And then they're not showing contrition at all or like a care. She just seems like she would if she could. Or even if guys think like that, like, if you don't give it up to me, I'll cheat. Like, they do that, and then you just accept that. Like, please don't be with people like that. Please don't accept that type of love. That stuff is like crazy. That's like, you had an idea of what you wanted. So just go back to chapter 1, square one. And then however it happened in 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Stop going back and forth and tit for tat with all that. Just start over elsewhere. Don't keep starting over with somebody that's making you feel like it's the end all the time.
And then a few weeks ago, he was texting people. So, I mean, and then he texting women that don't look nothing like me. He's texting a smaller frame woman, baby. I am nothing but hips, dense curves, and heels. And baby, you got to know what you're getting when you got it.
Yes, okay. I hear you.
Exactly. So you know what you're getting when you start dating somebody, right? So let's just say, people aren't like stone. Like, their mindsets change. They change their mind. They learn to be attracted to different things maybe in life. Like, maybe at one point they only liked X, Y, and Z, and then later on they like A, B, C, or all of it, or like it can change, right? So I'm not gonna sit here and feel like, oh, I've always been this healthy-minded person. Like, I used to be like basically attracting individuals that would kind of just unintentionally make me feel like I wasn't enough because I didn't like myself at the time I was dating certain individuals or like attracting certain individuals, right? I used to feel like lighter skinned people, due to like family trauma and like the way my family was raised. Long story short, I used to feel like lighter skinned people were like more privileged than I was, and now I've expanded my mind so much to understand, like, a lot of people of different shapes, different sizes, they go through pretty much the same thing on just the flip side if you just were to just like see it that way and not compare yourself or like be. But I used to think like that, like a lot of the world still continues to think like that about, let's say, like Caucasian people versus like people of color, or like in families where there's Black people of different shades. There are families that really treat the darker skinned people, and I'm not all that dark, but there's families that treat the darker skinned people like crap just basically because they're darker or not light or fair AF. And long story short, I used to think like that, so I used to attract people that would confirm that fear or that mindset, because I just grew up feeling like I was so ugly and so this and that. Like, if I didn't show up a certain way, blah, 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 blah. I do not feel like that anymore at all. Like, that shit is dead. I don't compare myself to anybody. I don't feel above or below anybody. And then I don't feel like I need to change my body even to, like, because I'm not the thickest individual, but I'm working on myself. So it's like, I'm not trying to stay the same exact way forever. I'm also not trying to rush to be a certain body type. I'm just trying to take care of myself and work on myself. So I was going to say, when I am just starting to date or trying to date seriously, I'm going to keep in mind that now that I like myself and love myself, I'm going to probably likely attract individuals or a guy that likes me, right? For like me, beyond my looks and my body and my complexion and like all that jazz, because I worked on myself enough to attract this type of person. I don't have to second guess it or constantly check their phone and who they follow and what they like and don't like, and oh, you like this and you don't like me, and I don't feel like that no more. I don't have the time or the energy for that no more. One pet peeve I have with people that be in these types of dynamics, they just like to go back and forth for life instead of just like either working on themselves or ending the toxicity for real. They would rather compare themselves to who they think is better than them. So, like, for example, I'm gonna use myself, right? So I don't offend nobody. I'm gonna use myself first. I was a smaller, darker skinned individual compared to some people that I was around, or like, you know what I'm saying? So I used to be dating individuals that didn't make me feel all that pretty, like, or like worth their time. So I used to be just wondering and checking who they're following, and it was always like basically Caucasian individuals or like thicker individuals. You know what I'm saying? Just things that just people that didn't look like me. So I used to just go back and forth forever and ever, like, why do you like that? And why do you act like that's more appealing to you? And why would you waste your time when someone's showing you what they like and you're just hurting yourself to kind of like be liked? Like, you're killing your hair to be straight. You're like staying out of the sun and all this dumb. Child, I used to feel like I need to eat a bunch of crap and just stay thicker. I mean, obviously, people can do what they want. You know, you don't have to be like perfect and like et cetera. But I wasted so much time ignoring red flags instead of just like dipping much sooner and then being with people that actually showed interest in me and my like physicality, because I just couldn't believe that was possible, because I didn't believe that I was even attractive. And then mind you, I wasn't taking care of myself the way I take care of myself now. Like, I was, like I said, hurting myself and disliking myself because I thought my worth revolved around validation, or like feeling like, oh, if I could get somebody that likes this to like me, I have to be an exception. Mind you, I've been told blatantly that I was an exception, blatantly, as a young girl, dating for like one of the first times, and that really messed with my head for so long. Like I did not know how damaging that would be in the long run to be with somebody like that. And then mind you, everybody in their own way wants to be something they're not. So I'm not feeling like alone in that, because sometimes people want to change themselves. They want to feel different than how they look. It's not just black girls that go through that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie, but long story short, I wish I could have just loved myself a little harder or a little faster than I did or decided to start doing. You know, it just hurts me to see, like, or it's a pet peeve of mine to feel like if you catch your partner doing something or talking to somebody that looks like the opposite of you, or like you just automatically assume if they're cheating, it's based on the things that you're insecure about or you're projecting, basically. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's a bigger person, for example, she's curvy and like she feels like if her partner's cheating with someone that's slimmer, then it has to be because that person's just simply small. And I feel like cheating sometimes, even though it's unexcusable, it's like not always about the physicality for real, or like looks. Like just because you think like life only matters in looks or in money or in bullshit like that, that don't mean that's exactly why somebody's doing something. Even though it's not right to cheat, it's not, okay? It's not right to be lying to yourself or your partner and what you're attracted to, lying or just like doing dumb shit. But it's also like always a reason why people do what they do. And if people would just like communicate a little better and be honest with themselves too, like whether it's the cheater or the person projecting or both of them being like that, it's just like better to just be honest, or just cut things short and not drag it, you know what I'm saying? Or like make life harder than it has to be and then shift the blame on innocent parties or like a individual or a perspective that really ain't got nothing to do with the core reason why things aren't working out, or like why you feel the way you feel. Like it's just good to take accountability on both ends, because it's not because of somebody cheats on you with somebody smaller or bigger, lighter or darker, taller or shorter, more money or less money, this or that. It's not just how you feel about or how you're seeing the situation. It's sometimes deeper than that, or it's just what you don't want to see refused to accept. And then some people have to do things the extreme, long, or hard way to get people to understand that. And then some people don't like to look in the mirror, look at themselves, like even just spiritually or like literally, physically. They would rather point the finger and look at somebody else and blame somebody else for how they really feel, instead of just like sitting and talking to God sometimes, or reflecting on why they accept that type of love in the first place. And like it takes so long to do that type of work, but I like promise it's worth it after like, you know, feeling like maybe you'll never get out of one type of situations because you just refuse to work on yourself. Anyway.
Okay.
Like it's easy to say, oh, well, baby, you don't like big women. You keep cheating on me. And ma'am, you probably don't like yourself. You're refusing to say, you know, you don't like men. Sorry, just be honest. Like you could just be honest. But I'm not saying she's doing this, but don't try to be with somebody or hold on to somebody because it's beneficial or like it's convenient. Like just actually be with who you want to be with, man or woman. Oh yeah, and don't like pick people to put someone in competition with. Like don't just try to cheat just to like really give back or like dangle someone in someone's face, for real. Because I notice some people really do that. Like it's not that they're attracted to the person they're cheating with, they just sometimes they know it's going to make a certain individual feel negative about themselves, or like they know that someone is the type of person that, let's say, their partner compares themselves to. So it's not like they have like some sort of feelings for someone that they choose to cheat with. They just simply used someone as a third party, basically to make their partner feel some type of way, or like gain their attention, or like put them in some like rivalry or whatever. And that shit is toxic. It's just like, what do you want, a relationship or somebody to fight over you? And just be like, do you even like the person you're with, basically, in the first place? Because if you feel like you have to do that, then it's not even about being with that person. It's just about stroking your ego, really, and making you feel like more important than you make yourself feel. And it's just like you're not doing it for the right reasons. You're just like using people, basically, and then projecting that they're using you. I feel like in order to have a successful and healthy, because mind you, some people don't care about no successful or healthy relationship, let alone marriage. They just want to have it just to have it because it makes them feel like they're doing something with their life, and it's what most people should do and is expected of them in society. They don't care how it really is. They just need it to look like they got everything figured out. That's probably running deep from their own personal life and traumas, right? Or just how they want to live their life. Some people really don't care like that until it's time to really care, or until something really gets their attention in the relationship or like outside of it, basically. So it's like you shouldn't be with somebody that you just love, okay? Really, really that much. Just like you should be with someone that you love and trust and can see yourself getting along with, like in terms of like friendship, and like you got the same values and views and like goals in life, or at least generally, right? Because I feel like social media and people's desire to keep up with what they've seen other people do really is just destroying what a relationship really was supposed to be like. Let's say you want a nice traditional relationship, and a lot of that was invented prior to social media, right? I'm not saying social media can't make tradition appear or be more fun, or like put a twist on things. Like you could like live your life how you want, however mixed up you want to live it, and however traditional or non-traditional or like you want to do it, right? Like there's new laws that allow like different types of marriages, or like different types of relationships, and all types of like branches and stuff. You don't gotta, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, just know what you want and mean that, and then don't just like, lie to yourself or use people, you know? I feel like if somebody's constantly cheating on you and you just forgive them, and then you just stay with them because you love them, that's not really reflecting that you love yourself. If it's reflecting that you accept um half-ass love, or just like disrespect in your face. And I don't think that's really okay unless you're like a masochist or something. And I mean, to each their own, everybody has their own desired dynamic, but if it's genuinely hurting you in the long run, and you aren't somebody that desires like repeated trauma or pain, it's okay, and it's possible to really end that type of love and pain. Like somebody making you feel like stupid or like disrespected, or like um like you should accept that or allow that. Love is not enough for a relationship to really last or to be like healthy. It's like you can love somebody really, really hard, and that's just somebody that should be your friend or somebody that should be like, you know, loved at a distance sometimes because maybe their love is unhealthy, or maybe your love is unhealthy, or maybe it's hurting them. Like, you know, you shouldn't feel like love is painful or hard. Love is not a relationship. Love is love. A relationship has its pillars and its foundation that's required, and the walls and the roof and the furniture and etc. etc. So for people to basically treat relationships like it's only love is like